Assalamualaikum to the panel and audience. Today I will present on my final year project proposal entitled Implementation of Entropy for Structural Health Monitoring. My name is Syahmi bin Suffi and I am from the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and my supervisor is Dr. Abdul Malik bin Abdul Wahab. For the agenda, firstly is project summary, secondly is introduction, next literature review, problem statement, objective of the project, scope and the limitation of the project, the methodology and expected result from this project. Broken rotor bar is a silent failure that permits operating the motor with the appearance of normalcy, but it can result in excessive vibration, a change in current consumption, and higher thermal stress, all of which can have catastrophic effects if the issue is not resolved at an early stage. Rotor is a vital element of rotary machine, and its working state condition will affect the reliability and safety of the whole mechanical system. The aim of this work is to propose the method by implementing the equation of entropy and to check the performance of sample entropy in order to monitor the structural health of the rotor bar. The performance of the sample entropy determined from the experiment using accelerometer and Raspberry Pi. The entropy graph can be obtained where the bar graph can directly appear in the laptop or other smart devices. The aforementioned method should be able to determine the health of the structural rotor bar. Structural health monitoring is the process of adopting a damage identification approach for mechanical, civil and aeronautical engineering infrastructure. Damage is defined as modification to the system material and geometric features, including modifications to the boundary conditions and system connectivity, which have a negative impact on the system functionality. A broken rotor bar is a typical issue in induction motor. It accounts for around 10% of failures. Next is entropy uses. Entropy is a metric for how much uncertainty there is about a variable when all that is known of its distribution. It may be seen as a measure of uniformity and represent the amount of knowledge we intend to get from a result. The uncertainty and entropy increase with the increasing in distribution uniformity. Only physical quantity that never decreases is entropy and suitable link to a lack of knowledge, ambiguity and irrationality. The project sustainability towards economic and social can be reached where it aligns with Goal 9 of Sustainable Development Goal, which is build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. This project can give impact on the development of the safety as crucial mode of transportation, especially on rail transportation, where it can improve and act as efficient method to make sure that everything runs smoothly and steadily. Entropy, known as the measure of regularity for a system or time series using the probability distribution of its states. In contrast, if there is only one state with probability 1 and the probability values of all other states are 0, the system has its minimum entropy or irregularity. This is because it is impossible to predict the system states when the probability values of different states of a system are similar. According to Dennis Wong, he introduced the usage of sample entropy, which is the enhancement of approximate entropy for classification of ball bearing. Next is for Zhang, he employed multi-scale entropy and adaptive neurophagy inference, a health auxiliary technique based on sample for lead-acid battery unit was proposed by Sun. Sample entropy used to determine the unpredictability of a dataset without knowing the origin of the dataset. According to one definition, sample is the negative natural logarithm for conditional property that a set of data points spaced apart by m will repeat themselves at m plus 1. Next is problem statement. In feature extraction from signal with nonlinear and non-stationary characteristic, along with its susceptibility to noise, make it challenging to correctly identify features associated with the broken rotor bar fault. A totally random series is produced because past values in the series cannot be used to predict the outcome of the following value. Due to the simplicity of the algorithms, researchers may not fully understand the underlying theory, which limits their ability to advance the field or better understand what these approaches are measuring. This approach is too slow for some real-time application, particularly for long signal. Regarding the aforementioned, the following objective may be concluded as follows. Firstly, to formulate sample for vibration prediction. Secondly is to investigate the performance of sample for vibration prediction. For the scope of the project, studies in dynamics and acoustic, where it is important to investigate the properties of vibrational signal in the temporal domains. Next is the uses of software to analyze the data and equation to bring the application into real life. Lastly is validation of the performance after running the experiment. For the limitation of the project, the main limitation of this study will be the time constraint, as it is almost impossible for me to extend the timeline. Since the entropy is widely used in the studies, a specific entropy in terms of time series context only can be used in order to achieve the research objective. The methodology starts by finding and work on the literature review on entropy, its advantages and disadvantages. Next, vibration signal received from the detection device. By using the sampling of vibration signal, the code with equation of the entropy applied in the MATLAB. The validation of the entropy equation will be evaluated from the output. If the output shown error, the sampling of vibration signal need to be changed. If the output is validated as the correct entropy equation without error, then it can be used as the output in the next method, which is in the experiment. The performance of sample entropy to monitor the structural health of the rotor bar can be analyzed in the experiment conducted with use of the output from a lab. Lastly, report will be written accordingly. For expected result, these results are expected at the end of the study to achieve the objective. First is plotting the sample entropy values compared with vibration signal. Secondly is useful code for analyzing the vibration signal based on sample entropy with MATLAB as software. Lastly is a bar graph with indicating state health of the structure. That's all from me, and thank you for listening. And if you have any concern and question, please reach me through my contact and email. Once again, thank you.